All right, here we go. Happy Thursday, everyone. It was a very cold start to the day. Before we get into these cold temps, I wanted to take a look at something pretty cool that we're seeing on our tower cam tonight. So what we're looking at here is Jupiter, and not only Jupiter, but some of Jupiter's moons. This is absolutely incredible that our tower cams can see this. But the big bright dot, so that's Jupiter. This is rising in the eastern sky. You may have seen this if you've been looking up after sunset. It's the really bright thing in the eastern sky. But take a look. When I zoomed in our camera, you can actually see a couple of, or actually four of Jupiter's moons. So we got one way out right here, but then there's a cluster of about three of them right here next to Jupiter. And you can see how quickly they're moving. So obviously our night sky is always kind of moving. I'm sure you've seen those time lapses, but once you zoom it in, you can really tell how fast this thing is moving. It's already getting close to the top of the frame. So if you want to check out Jupiter, you can see that tonight with the visible eye. If you want to see some of the moons, though, you likely will have to have at least some binoculars or a telescope. But I thought that was pretty cool. Love seeing that from our tower cams. Here's a look at our coldest lows out there early this morning. We actually did see 25 degrees in Leathersville, so that is in Lincoln County. Lincolnton got up to 26, and Shell Bluff down to 26 there in Burke County near the Savannah River. Graniteville, SRS. Next in line was Bushfield. So Bushfield hitting 27 this morning actually set a new record low for Augusta that was set back in 1954. The old record was 28, so we beat it by 1 degree. We're likely going to see the 20s at Bushfield again tonight, and I would imagine most spots away from the city environment in the central and northern CSRA should be below freezing, anywhere from the upper 20s to low 30s. We'll see our cold spots like Bushfield, Graniteville, SRS, Lincolnton. Those locations will get into the 20s, while others of us do stay in the low 30s. But here's a look at our day planner for Friday and Saturday. You can see our temperatures will stay cool tomorrow morning, but tomorrow afternoon will be beautiful. Lots of sun and highs in the mid and upper 60s, so great weather to get outside. We got some big football games tomorrow night, and also the Columbia County Fair does continue all the way through the weekend and next weekend. Saturday, you can still see it's going to be a cold start. If you're heading out to the tree stand early Saturday, your temps will be in the mid 30s, so definitely cold, but just not as cold as what we saw this morning and what we're going to see again Friday morning. So staying a little bit warmer into the weekend. You can see our high temp Saturday and Sunday actually will be hitting the 70s. Here's our under the lights forecast. So if you're heading out to some of those football games tomorrow night, kickoff temps mid 50s, but it will quickly cool off into the 40s. So you're going to need a couple layers out there if you are heading out to those games tomorrow night. Weekend forecast here in Augusta looks great. 72 Saturday, 73 on Sunday. No rain in our forecast anytime soon. We're going to stay completely dry. And wind's not going to be a huge issue either. That should generally stay less than 10 miles an hour. Columbia County Fair forecast. They open up their gates tonight. They will continue Friday through the weekend and all the way until November 12th. Great fair weather in store for us the next several days. So Friday, once those gates open at 5 p.m., we should be in the mid 60s. It will be another pretty chilly evening Friday, though, if you're heading out there later. For the weekend, gates will open much sooner. I believe it's noon. You may want to double check me on that, but Saturday and Sunday will be great for hitting the fair. Temps will be in the 70s out there late into the day. Remember, this weekend is when we do fall back, so our sunset is going to go from about 6:30 right now to 5:30 by Sunday. So by November 5th, that's going to be the date, folks, where we get those dark days showing up very soon. But that's not even our earliest sunset. Our earliest sunset is actually December 8th, where our sunset is 5:19. So get ready. These days are getting shorter for us. With the shorter days, the colder nights, that means these leaves are going to be dropping. If you need to rake those up over the next couple of afternoons, great weather for exercising outside. We got low 70s through the weekend. Not much wind out there, not going to be overly breezy to kind of just make a mess of all those leaves, so should be good weather for cleaning them up. And the ground will stay dry. Not much rain in our forecast anytime soon. Live look over Sanford, big game in Athens this weekend. If you are planning to head to the Georgia-Mizzou game, we are looking at temperatures Saturday in Athens to most likely be in the 60s around midday. By around kickoff at 3:30, we'll be close to 70. So great tailgating weather, great weather for sitting in the stadium. May not be excessively hot if you're sitting on the sunny side, but this is going to be right here on WRDW CBS. So if you're not going to the game, you can watch that on our network. And go Dogs. Big game there in Athens. For our 7-day forecast, we do have temps warming up this weekend, but take a look at next week. Next week, we bring back the potential for some 80s to return, especially next Wednesday and Thursday. But overall, next 7 days, not much rain out there. Hopefully you have a great night. We'll see you again come up on News 12 at 11.